Listen, if you're worried that evil always shows its horns, then just remember the worst monsters almost always know how to pray. Slewfoot isn't your usual witchy story. It's the kind you whisper, the fire's dying low, because what it's about is what happens when righteousness starts to rot. It's 1666. A young woman named Abatha is sent across the ocean, sold into a life she didn't choose, living among Puritans who see sin in every shadow. And in the woods beyond her farm, something ancient starts to wake up, something wild. Some call it the devil, some call it justice. But in this story, you'll start to wonder if those two things might be the same. Because Slewfoot isn't about devils and witches. It's about the people who build cages out of scriptures and call them home. It's about greed hiding behind holiness and the quiet, relentless power of a woman who refuses to kneel. See, Brom, he doesn't tell you who's good or evil. He lets you sit in the gray, where the air tastes like smoke and guilt. The Puritans preach salvation, but they burn everything that won't obey. And in the forest where the wild things whisper, there's mercy that looks a lot like damnation. It's unsettling because it's true. This book forces you to ask, if the world calls you wicked for trying to survive, would you still want to be good? Every page feels carved out of ash and blood. It's dark, intentional, heavy as winter soil. But it's beautiful too, in that way that old fairy tales are beautiful when they stop pretending to be safe. The writing hums like an old hymn, equal parts history, horror, and heartbreak. You can smell damp woods, hear the whispers of the wild folk, feel the slow pulse of something ancient remembering its name. It's not just a story you read, it's one you walk through, barefoot in the dark. And it doesn't unfold straight, it spirals like smoke, like a spell. Every chapter pulls you in deeper until you realize you're not circling the story anymore. The story's circling around you. By the time you reach the end, you will swear the forest is breathing. So if you like horror that's like a hymn, slow, haunted, and holy in its own strange way, Slewfoot will find you. It's not here to scare you. It's here to remind you that sometimes the devil's the only one telling the truth. Tell me, do you think evil can ever be self-righteous? Or are we just afraid to admit that it already is?